pretty good. The amount of times you actually get to do that, not so much.
Hard to
Wir sehen
actually
Ruby-Karten.
you know, look at what Carl's played on turn 1.
Absolutely.
The game plan is
Ja, damit du auch weißt, welche das sind.
Absolutely is a shout out.
Vor allem sehen wir sogar die unbelievable Mulan. Mulan Ninja Soldier.
Came up with the name Flinger Dinger for this deck, which I very much
Die
take
sehen wir
to
ja sonst
heart.
nie.
Carried
wir
through
sehen auch vor allem
DLCs. I
zwei,
think
drei
it's
Leute
absolutely
gegen
perfect.
zwei,
They're
drei
playing a lot
Leute
of these
zocken.
characters that either enter with damage or can put damage on
Das ist der
yourself.
Bottom
Maybe
of the
there's
barrel. Wir haben geguckt, wo ist denn das erste
Lady
Ruby-Match und das waren
Madame
die zwei,
Medusa
drei Leute.
in here. I'm a big fan of the red purple.
Das will's auch genau wirklich sagen.
One play, you can
Das ist
take
natürlich
2
traurig.
damage and then bounce a character to cost 2 or less. I'm a big fan of that. And play cards like everybody's got a weakness. Cheshire Cat, Bell. Just putting damage on the board and then throwing it at your opponent. I'm a fan.
Yeah, 2-cost Mother Gothel as well. There are actually a lot of tools that make this deck do its thing.
Unimpactful curve there. Turn 2 Palace Guard is not great.
No, you might like to see something more than that. As Mike finds Tipo into Cinderella, pretty ideal opening. We don't know the exact
Vielleicht sind sie sogar die Community-Favorite,
version
diese
of
Guys.
Sapphire Ruby Mike is playing. But I struggle to think of a version that doesn't want to go Tipo into Cinderella.
Absolutely, build up towards that high end. Obviously, we have access to Hades. There may be some Maleficent Monstrous Dragons. Earlier on, we saw the Steamboat rival being played. We had the 5-cost Pete goes to Christmas Future, right into the 7-cost Pete, who can banish a character if you have another Pete in play. I would like to see more of that. Thank you very much.
One of the most exciting games I've
been able
to
and we saw the Wreck-It Ralph that came down and banished our own Wreck-It Ralph with Dragon. I'm going to be talking about that play all day.
Yes, if that's a game that you
Immerhin ist das schon diese so vorletzte Runde.
A lot happens.
Die sind gleich schon durch mit Tag 1.
Madame Medusa, I'm such a big fan of this card. Going to pop 2 damage on that Palace Guard, bounce back the Tipo. It's a bit of a double-edged sword.
Aber auch fast
giving
vorhin.
like more ink to your opponent, but it's getting another character off the board, but more importantly, putting damage on your own characters.
Da, wen haben wir denn da?
There are synergies in the deck where we want that to be the case.
Madame,
see another copy of Everybody's Got a Weakness in
Madame Medusa.
That might be what we're setting up for here.
Ja, er spielt so Damage Counter Move Deck auf jeden Fall. Wenn du die ausspielst, dann kannst du 2 Schäden. Er ist basically so wie Tigger, außer dass er 2 Schaden ballert auf einen deiner Charakter und dafür nur 3 kostet.
Und dann was baut.
Ja, so wie Tigger halt. Er bounce einen mit 2 oder weniger.
Okay.
Kosten.
Well, it's going to really depend on like how Carl has built his deck. Like, is there much of a top end to take advantage of this extra ink? But as we've just finished saying, we wanted that damage. We wanted those characters on board with damage to charge the deck. So, yeah, that's spooky.
You know, even when it's something like this, as you called it, Flingerdingers type deck, which is mostly built around shifting damage around, most of
für
these
Stärke 2 oder weniger bounce so
very
Cloud
good
Kicker.
finding things to do with their extra ink, and a spooky sight like that early on can be
Ist auch ein guter Typ.
almost a blessing for some of these decks if you start playing multiple genies.
Nee, surprisingly nicht.
Okay.
Er war so 2-2 mit einem W für 3 mit Tintensymbol und wenn er ins Spiel kommt, kannst du einen bouncen vom Gegner mit Stärke 2 oder weniger.
It is.
Oh.
That's the 2-cost. I wonder if there's a shift one as well.
Vielleicht kannst du auch deinen eigenen anderen Charakter, aber nicht ihn selbst.
Not sure how good it is.
Soweit ich weiß. Am Ende kannst du ihn doch selbst.
No, it might not achieve much in this
Pop
matchup.
2 Cinderellas?
GG? Yeah. Well, it gets you control of the board, doesn't it?
Most of this Sapphire Ruby deck we would expect to have more than 2 strength, other than the supporting characters like Tipo, Cinderella, etc.
Really, from here on out for Mike's deck, it's going to be cards like Pete, Ghost of Christmas Future.
There's the Negaduck going into the Inkwell.
Problem mit so Damage Counter Decks natürlich, dass es eines der meistgespielten Decks.
Maybe even like you say, Pete, Steamboat Rival, all these things. Very large.
Absolutely, yeah. Come a long way as well. It used to be that
Oh, stimmt, das auch noch, ne? Deswegen ist es echt super schlecht position in diesem Meta.
Yes.
Nicht nur das, sondern die Gegner haben ja auch noch voll viele Katzen.
Ja,
those were good
dann
days.
sind die
They
die
were.
auf einmal
Times have
irgendwie
changed
den
though.
Damage Counter Move machen.
We have been power crept.
I like it because we have, but not by too much, which is good.
Yeah, just a tad. Down comes Robin Hood, another Chapter 1 legend. This is a 6-cost character. Gains evasive during your turn, and on play, if your opponent has more cards in their hand than you can draw a card.
Yeah, so this the Sapphire decks, you know, they have some tools like Ink Runner for helping to make sure they can still effectively challenge evasive characters, but their tool set for that is quite limited. This is another...
Just Frozen the Genie.
Yeah, for checking genies and just making it harder to quest with genies, Elsas, Dumbos, all of the above. Yeah, very versatile
solid
card.
inclusion.
Yep.
Very solid. But yeah, you see all these cards in hand now for Kyle that would have been great when he had damage, but because of that panic, you've got everybody's got a weakness in hand. I even see the 2-cost Queen of Hearts that I'm a big fan of in Fling a Dinger. She's a 1/4. If she's got any damage, she gains 3 strength. So she's a perfect curve to go into you go Queen of Hearts into Medusa. But yeah, not doing much at this point in the game. What's Genie doing? Going on a quest?
Yes.
Ich konnte sie
What's
auch
going on
nicht.
here? Are we trying to open some things up maybe so that we
Robin
can
Hood,
get
6
some
Drop.
play and start moving things around?
We've still got Ink this turn, so we can play Panic here and we can move that damage from Genie onto the Cinderella.
4-4 mit 2 Law Value und wenn er ins Spiel kommt und du hast weniger Handkarten als der Gegner, dann Draw 1 und er hat Evasive in deinem Zug.
Also Alert.
Can have an Ink for the turn.
Nee, er hat Evasive in deinem Zug.
9 Ink available, so we could do both. We could Hades and Panic. I think I would Hades first and like target the Robin Hood and see what they do.
Yeah, nice.
Er ist alt, aus Set 1.
Here. Looks like he's gonna now ink for the
Haben
turn.
Sie sich geärgert? Ich
By
würde
removing
sowas
the Cinderella,
erraten.
you leave just one character in play in Robin Hood. The Genie's exerted, so you say.
Ja, ich würde Alert erraten, dass es bedeutet, man hat Evasive im eigenen
If
Zug.
you want to challenge my Genie, you're gonna have to give me 2 cards.
Chooses to pass though.
Okay.
No, didn't ink. I don't think he inked that
Maybe
turn.
he inked and we didn't see.
Maybe he did right at the start and just put
Upright.
it face
Okay.
down straight away. And we may have missed that. In which case, then there's no other move he could have made that turn. So sounds fair. Down comes my favourite in format. Ruby card. The Terror of Sleepy Hollow. I'm so high on this Horseman, mate. On play, you can
Und dieser Kyle Harper wird nach diesem Event vielleicht auch gelernt haben, warum das nicht die gute Wahl gewesen ist.
Not to be slept on. In fact, in my time of Horseman,
Naja, an Prinzip habe ich noch gar nicht gedacht. Das ist natürlich echt extra scheiße.
Whenever you take a
Mann.
banish or banish an opposing character, all of your characters get +1 strength.
wäre mir so
Again,
der
when you're playing
Grund, der
things
dich
like
davon
Demona,
abgehalten hat,
suddenly
das
your
Deck tatsächlich mal zu
one-drop
bauen.
Diablos that are 0/1 could be hitting for 3, 4, 5. So I'm a big fan of this card.
Yeah, absolutely. It was one of the things, a real standout performer from our last CCQ in Wakefield.
Eigentlich war es mehr die Cat, aber ja.
Format where, as you said,
Das ist
that
nur noch
secondary
ein weiterer
ability,
Grund.
gathering strength, sort of gets overlooked quite a lot, but it really opens up.
Aber man kann ja noch andere Schrottdecks bauen, die vielleicht gut sind. Da habe ich ja keine Verlegenheit.
He's going to attempt to make a deal with Robin Hood, and Mike chooses to put that Robin Hood at the bottom of the deck. Doesn't want to give Carl any more draw, and the fact that he had
Ich
already
würde
dealt
gerne mal
with Genie, I
Tiny
think
Tim in
makes Mike a
Action
little
sehen.
bit more willing to part with that evasive
Ich weiß,
character.
dass es
Down comes
nicht
that Mother Gothel.
feasible
Bane
ist. aber
Sorceress?
I think so.
Bane Sorceress?
Your card knowledge is good.
Unless I'm wrong, I could be wrong here. And then your card knowledge is not good.
Yeah, if you're
Ist der
wrong.
andere auch Tiny Tim, der so 3-2 ist für 2 und immer wenn er erkundet, boostet er so sich selbst, wenn er stirbt, boostet er jemand anderen?
I needs to see it, Mother Gothel.
Ich glaube,
So
das
now
ist
we see
Mickey
that
Mouse.
tricky situation.
Ja, das ist vielleicht auch Tiny Tims Vater, genau, ne?
Before about, you know, trying to find
Go on.
spots for the everybody's got a weakness. It's super powerful when you get the right setup. You know, often it's like a removal card that also draws you 3 cards.
Yep.
Hard to imagine anything better.
Eigentlich macht es auch Sinn, dass der Vater so vor dem Sohn kommt in der Kurve, aber dann ist es weird, dass der Sohn so größer ist als der Vater.
About everybody's got a weakness. It's such a ceiling, but how often is that really happening?
Yes.
Er ist halt für die Story
I need to
wichtiger,
know.
deswegen
I'm
macht er
looking
mehr
up, I
Lore.
don't even care. I have to know.
You find out.
Goth. No, not Hoth. I can't spell apparently.
Headless Horseman.
Mother Hasselhoff.
Headless Horseman is one of these cards as well, which, you know, we've come back to it multiple times now, about cards that become good because of the things around them, which is that it's so good the turn after your opponent plays Genie.
Yeah.
That's kind of like almost enough to make, even though this card's uninkable, it's like almost enough to make it playable in its own right.
Was haben wir jetzt
It's-
da?
Along that
Eine
curve, it's
Ruby-Karte,
so
die
strong
keine Ink
that,
kostet.
yeah,
Doch.
just the prevalence of these 2-strength characters, Genie, Elsa, even things like Cinderella that you just want to be able to take out and just take options like singing off the table early. Yeah, very versatile card. For something that can appear quite narrow, actually.
Absolutely.
A lot of use cases.
I'd love to see the Floodborn. I would love to see it.
Yes. It's Hades coming down. Yeah, it might be time to start questing with the Headless Horseman now. Not a huge number
Es
of
ist interessant, dass Kyle das
strong
erste oder eins
questers
der
in the Ruby
ersten
Sapphire
2
deck.
Spiele
But at
schon
least it will
gewonnen hat.
trade with this Hades.
Absolutely.
Ja, aber wie du schon gesagt hast, es sind 2-3 halt.
You're saying, have an answer. Stop me.
Yeah.
Slow me down.
Dieses Ruby Sapphire ist garantiert auch kein besonders starkes Deck.
Yeah, I wonder what else might be in this deck for Mike. I think we could have some...
Ratigan.
Oh yeah.
I doubt it.
Now you're talking.
Now it's all good.
If they're really playing just for you, then they'll play Ratigan. Yeah.
Cheated pocket prep? Pocket prep.
Yeah.
It's been a good match. Again, like, again, it's easy to look at the 2-3 and be like, oh, they haven't had a great day, and clearly it could have gone better, but you know, that's the way it goes sometimes.
Absolutely.
I know plenty of
Wreck-It Ralph eigentlich echt der awesome Bock hier ist. Er ist nur so schwer ins Verbannen halt sein eigentlich.
That's the way it goes sometimes, but it's still nice to see these decks going up against each other. This is most everyone's mad here. You banish a character, a chosen character, this is 7-cost uninkable, and then you gain lore equal to the damage on it.
Wow.
Again, works with the Flinger-Dinger archetype.
Nur der Gegner muss aufhören.
Nice.
Yeah,
I guess
cool card.
occasionally targeting your own stuff.
You can target your own stuff, yeah.
Bei Magic könntest du ja so
you've got these big bodies and you get 3/4/5 damage on like an Iago or something, and then suddenly 5 lore burst is pretty significant.
Okay, I like it. Mehr, oder?
Generally, I like the easiest way to win me over is play any card that's obviously designed to be used on your opponent's card, but find a way to get value out of it playing it on your own stuff. That's that's my soft spot. Is like,
das auch, ja.
I really like my favorite line in the game is with Olaf and Doc in Amethyst Steel.
Aber Chainer's Eddick war viel nicer mit Flashback.
Dump truck, put 1 damage on your own Olaf to return Doc to your hand, play it again and draw 2 cards. It is the most do-nothing thing you can do.
Billig in schwarz.
We are not the same.
It has my heart. Yeah, that's my kind of line.
Du wolltest auch nur einfach alles zerlegen.
That happening in future DLCs.
You might have to look quite hard.
I'm down. By the way, I was correct about Mother Godfall Vein Sorceress.
Very nice.
Just saying. I feel that's important. There she is. She finally made her way up.
He's still got it.
He's still got it. What a game. Oh, and down comes the Maui half shark, the enemy of the Magic Broom, but we don't talk about that. Down comes this shark, it has evasive.
Der kommt natürlich voll überhaupt nicht mehr zur Geltung so.
No, it's just challenge.
Obwohl er super ist.
Do you get the card back for challenge?
Aber weil er halt so super
Rubinfarben ist. You can miss the timing here. Like if you and your opponent are playing like really by the book, if you put damage on, you've missed the timing.
Yeah, right.
So don't do that. But yeah, when Maui Shark challenges, you can select an action from your discard and return it to your hand. And whenever you play an action, gain 1 lore.
Yeah, and look at this. Let it go, being played there, straight into the discard.
Wobei man die Farben in seinem Deck ja nicht 30-30 splitten muss, weißt du? Theoretisch könnte man sich vorstellen, dass man so ein Deck baut mit voll vielen Karten aus nur, weiß ich nicht, Saphir. Und dann den Rubin so nur Maui.
Reasonably hard lock on this game, it would appear.
Hello, Yakety Yaxy. Why are we watching 2-3s? I'm gonna answer it because we already had our feature match for this round.
Ja, Wreck-It Ralph ist halt echt gut mit dieser Dinosauriermaschine. Nur leider, dann bist du halt so Ruby, Emerald und wie willst du die Karten je ziehen, so du hast ein wenig an Card-Draw in Wirklichkeit.
Just listening to me and LD yap 20 minutes,
irgendwann mal zusammen
or finding another game that was easy to just put on the feature match table. Did we make the right choice, chat? You let us know. This is I'm not being smart. It's a genuine question. Did we make the right decision by just finding another match to show? You tell me.
Well, I could give you my opinion. I think more games is better. I would just like to.
Yeah.
I agree. More Disney Lorcana. That's all I want. And we want to see a bit of everything, right? We haven't seen Red Purple versus Red Blue today.
Ich werde daher noch Kaffee machen.
That's why. Damn! Finally, we see it. Everybody's got a weakness.
Ja,
for
klar,
one.
Geil.
You did say it could be hard
So
to
noch
find.
Melbourne. City never sleeps.
This is value.
Prince John on curve is really strong, but you know, here it's a little tougher.
Wow. The chat absolutely. We made the right decision. There you go. So Yakety Yak, I hope that helps, my friend.
Kann man mir noch dick den ganzen Namen.
Full stop. Post. Another Madame Medusa. 2 damage. Oh, he's not going to trigger it. There are no. I suppose he could have quested with the Palace Guard and then put the damage on the Palace Guard.
Ich cover noch dick den ganzen Namen.
And then played the Palace Guard back to the board. It's a line. It's left the lore on the table. It's left the lore on the table. If he had the ink. He does! He left the lore on the table.
Fast schon.
Unless the guard was only paid this turn, in which case I'm...
Nee, hat nur 19 Lore.
Absolutely. That's the most
konnte keine Action finden.
Heard anyone say Palace Guard.
Ihn mit dem Maui zu finden.
Someone bring a coffee to Baker. I've had enough, mate. Yeah. But still do it.
Someone find a way of taking coffee.
Take coffee away from Baker.
Yeah. Yeah, look at this.
I would watch a 1-4. You can learn from anyone. Yo, wise words. Yo, chat wise.
Good words.
Yo, wise chat. Wise chat.
That's
been great. Oh, an Enchanted Bell, and unfortunately Carl not able to get the job done, and it's going to go to Mike Ruby Sapphire, taking it 2-1 and moving on to a 3-3 record. Very respectable.
Yeah.